take you to a restaurant that's got glass tables. You can watch yourself while you are eating. Mirror in the bathroom. Mirror in the bathroom.
Hello there, Pastafarians. Me, this is for me. Hold on me. Jeez. I didn't really intend to start with the coughing, but I suppose that's, you know, pretty standard around here. I'm out of cherry cola today. I don't have any Big K Very Cherry Cola, so I'm going through some withdrawals here. I've got some shakes, I've got like the itchies, so the scratchies, I gotta deal with all that shit. So, you know, if I'm not on my game here today, we think I better know why. Also, and again, fucking Josephine withdrawals, she's not here today. Again. She's gone. She's still fucking playing it straight, trying to fucking, you know, earn a paycheck from the man or whatever. You know, work with the capitalists and earn their favour or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to be mean. So, yeah, I was setting up the stream here, and it was all like, do you want the stream to be private? And I was like, no, people can watch, you know. So I thought that was weird. Maybe I should do a bunch of private streams. Maybe that would be fun. We could have some private streams for the Patreons, of whom we're very grateful. Let's go see what's going on with Patreon right now, because now is a great time to do it, because I'm thinking of it with my brains. So there we go. Log in. Okay, let me do my logins. Alright, this month we've got 3 Patreons. That's cool. Thanks very much, patrons. That's very kind of you. What a nice fucking, nice thing of you to do. For you to do of you. Let me see here. I think that there's a way that I can, search for everyone. Everyone. All these guys. Yeah. Alright. And then we can sort it by who's given us the most money. And I don't want to judge you by which of you has given us the most money, but I quickly and easily can. I'm looking at it right now. One of our memberships, one of our Patreons, has given us the most out of any of our Patreons, and they are continuing to give us money, and they're very kind. And there are others who are giving us tons of fucking money. Lots of money is coming in. Thanks, fucking guys. That's fucking hilarious. Shit. What do I owe you, people? Buccaneers. 17 months the Whore of Babylon has been our Patreon. That's rad. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. This is a long fucking scam. This is a very long project. Oh, shit. I can see everyone's emails? Oh, my goodness. I'm glad I'm not showing this. Christ. I got, like, tons of secrets about you guys. Not only are you giving me your money, you're giving me secrets. So sorry about that. But thank you, the Whore of Babylon, and I Lessons Retrolling, and Steve Moser, and Kevin, who, I don't know if I can say your last name, whether that would be rude. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to support us in that way. Also, our previous patrons, Daniel and Brian and Riley and Jason and David. I'm waving to you right now. Can you hear that? Thank you very much, patrons. Very nice. Let's see. What is our lifetime, what we've made on it? I can't show you any of this, so you can't help me. But, I've got to figure it out. It's not here. Maybe I'll go back to me. Click on me. And I'll be like, give me the money. Where's that button? Give me the money. Let's see if that works. No good. CN is here. What worst church of Scientology or Mormonism? I'm alone here. Sorry about that. I wasn't reading those comments. I was busy with another page. What is worse, Scientology or Mormonism? I think, Scientology might be a more potent cult at the moment, though. Mormonism is so it's got like a whole state. You know what I mean? It's got the weight and tradition of generations. So it's sort of what you mean by worse. Yeah, that's tough. I suppose Mormonism has a bigger grasp, or bigger reach than Scientology. I think that they're affecting more lives for the negative. But yeah, I think it's I think they're on par, right? I think they're both sort of, yeah, great American cults. Yeah. I think they're gross, though. Both of them. Pretty embarrassing. And I think the similarities between them are pretty self-evident. Anyway, I couldn't figure out how much we got paid so far on Patreon. Couldn't figure that out at all. Earnings. Maybe that'll do it. Here's my earnings. Ever. Before taxes. Per month. Pledge growth, patronage, payouts. Let's do that. We're at $94.75. Oh, there is I'm going to withdraw the balance. $94 will be transferred to your bank. It arrives in 1 to 3 business days. Creators can withdraw their balances every 24 hours. Wouldn't that be something? Why on earth would someone need to withdraw every 24 hours? Withdraw account balance. Hooray! I'm going to have to write this down somewhere so that we can pay taxes on it, because I'm not fucking 401k C3PO yet. So, great! I think that might be going to our thing. Oh, that's right. We tried it once before, and they were all like, okay, now we have to give it a week, and then we forgot about it. CN says, thanks, I'm a big fan of yours. How very kind of you to say that. That's nice. What sort of stuff do you like? Do you watch the videos that are high views of the very confrontational things where I'm talking to people in the streets, or do you like the interviews with other people who are interested in sort of the cult experience? Speaking of which, I just interviewed Chris Shelton, and he lives in town, so I got to interview him face to face right in the middle of this coronavirus. So hopefully he's doing okay. I don't know if I could go down to Planned Parenthood and see if I've got coronavirus. That would be really cool if they could just fucking let me know. But anyway, yeah. So I was interviewing Chris Shelton the other day, and that was a lot of fun. And I was talking to him about his YouTube sort of experience, and I'm totally stealing some of his ideas. He's all like, "Yo, I stole this idea from Joe Rogan, where I'm going to." Clip show my show and do the clips, and then people watch the clips, and I'm like, I just stole that idea. So I've been editing, I've been going through past videos of last spring of these videos, the radio show, and it's got me so depressed listening to myself and where I was back then, financially, and I was freaking out about owing $1,000 to Safe Word Studios, and somehow that all turned into I got on the hook for them for $2,000 a month I owe them for the fucking, they're letting me live here in the studio. And by the way, I noticed the other day it's got rats, pair of rats, I seen them, 2 fuzzy rats, dark grey and black, and then a browny sort of creamy colour. Rats, if you can believe such a thing. And I was like, rats. Henry Epstein says, hello, Roman to everyone. May his noodly appendage touch everyone. Yes, hello. Sorry this is not Friday. But it's been a while. So I thought I'd just pop on and, talk a little bit, read a couple notes here. Maybe we can watch the video of Chris Shelton. Maybe I'll watch the second... I've got it kind of edited. Maybe I'll show you some behind the scenes before I edit it. Prince Vegeta... that's a reference to sort of like a cartoon show. Does anyone know what the meaning of Jesus smuggling meanings? Meaning of Jesus smuggling meanings. I don't know the meaning of that, I guess. I am flummoxed. Pray tell. So, I never have any guests on the show. I try to. And I was going to start earlier because Joe always calls me on a break. And so I was going to have a call in the middle and then she could be my guest for 5 minutes while she smokes a cigarette in the snow while the trains go by in her real life job. But I didn't get the show started in time. So I got to enjoy that all to myself and I didn't share it with you guys. So suck it. Yeah. Anyway, should we watch the clips? No. And so, yeah, I feel really bad for fucking now me relative to about a year ago me when, $1,000 debt a month was a lot and now I'm twice that every single month. It's crazy. But yeah, so it's warming up here. We just had 2 feet of snow. But all that snow's melting, and there's only 5 or 6 more snowstorms until it warms up here, and then I'll be able to just shoot out to the mall every day, just be out there with my sign, and because I'm going to be spending a lot of time there, I'll be able to. I've been thinking about modifying the approach, be able to be very sort of Socratic. I get to make fewer claims and. Just sort of, talk about their religion instead. Let them define the thing. So I'm excited about that. This spring's going to be very good. We're not going to do a tour, I don't think. We've had a lot of spring tours in a row. They did pretty good. They didn't get us over the 1,000 subscribers, but they got us pretty good. And so I think we're going to be doing this outreach in town all spring, the Denver outreach. So yeah, if you would like to support that, do click the link below. Also, I think in the link below you'll find those Chris Shelton interviews. He was very, very nice. It was so snowy that day. It snowed in the morning. Because we are in the same town, I want to do it face to face, because of synergy. You know what I mean? And I was on the 2nd, I was let's do it on the 2nd, but I set it up weeks before, and so it didn't get confirmed, and so he was out of town, but the fucking 2nd was beautiful, and then it just snowed and was shitty, and then it snowed again on Friday, but it was you know what, Flying Spaghetti Monster's trying to see how far I'm willing to go outside of my comfort zone to make this channel a success, and a little bit is what I'm trying to say. Clearly to Flying Spaghetti Monster. A tiny little bit is how much I want to go out of my comfort zone. But, oh my gosh. Fucking, I think people who are okay with driving in the snow really need to explain themselves. I think this is obviously crazy and dangerous, and we need to everything needs to be cancelled on snow days. I don't know why cities in the snow aren't now remember, we shut down for weeks at a time because of snow. They're no, it's fine, we'll just sort of brush it a little bit. And there are so many cars around here with the fucking fenders all dicked up and the fucking sides of the car just fucking smashy crashed. The roads are just incredibly slippery, people are bumping into each other the bumper cars is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, come on. This is crazy. Let's stop being crazy. Snow cancels everything. And if that's not okay, then don't fucking be somewhere where it snows, man. That's the point, is rent's supposed to be cheaper here where it snows because of how shitty that is. Duh. Why is my rent here like the same as in LA? Is what they're saying. It's approaching LA prices, and it's like, well, it don't fucking snow in LA though. So yeah, so we've got like a 1-year lease here in the studio, and then hopefully we'll get over that 1,000 subscribers, and we'll be making so much money that we'll be able to move it out there to Venice Beach. There was a location that I was looking at while I was there. It was for rent, so hopefully we'll be able to pick that up for pretty cheap. This is 2,000 a month, so maybe that'll be 2,000 a month. You know, fingers crossed. So, let's see, what else have we got here? Let me check my notes. Yep. Imagine, if you will, a place. No, I was just reading without really reading. All right, here's a note. I was looking through Twitter, and like every single time someone's name trends over there on Twitter, like first reaction, oh my god, did they fucking die? Right, everyone does that. So there's that Denzel meme, right? And it's super cheesy by now. And you can do it if you want. If you're like, oh, super cliche, I mean to say. Like, it's going to be in the top 3 or 4 fucking... When you click on the thing, it's going to be one of the top 3 or 4 things. Is like, checked on fucking Twitter, saw fucking fuckface was trending, and was like, oh shit, are they dead? And then I found out they're not dead. And you can do that joke. Like, you're not the guy that wrote it, or the person. I don't mean to, you know, assume gender of the comedian. It was a joke somebody made a while ago, and it was funny, right? Oh, ha ha ha. Yeah. But now you've got to, if you're just going to steal that joke, you also have to put in the work of, like, informing us what the fuck it's about, right? You can't just tell the joke. You've also got to say, my reaction when fucking saw that Denzel Washington was trending, and I was like, oh fuck, did he die? And then I realized, no, he was just trending because Schizophrenic Mitch said this really funny thing about it, and that started it trending. And so you got to put it all together like that. And you got to make sure it's very self-referential. I think those are the best. If you're going to be going for the joke anyway and taking up the spot, you got to do the work. And why not plug your fucking channel while you're at it, right? Yeah. So fucking Rhett and Link, I don't know if you guys know these guys, but they're these 2 entertainers. They do entertainment. And they're from North Carolinas. And I've been following them for a while. They used to do this podcast called the Rhett and Link Cast. And, you know, it was live, and I would call in and talk to them back when they were... Well, they had a bigger audience than I do right now, but, you know, it was pretty small. It was cool. They were backing Lillington, you know, streaming from there. And now they're, like, super huge millionaires. They're showing off their houses now, and they're, like, blogs. They're, like, showing off their LA houses and be like, check this shit out. It's pretty obscene. Super rich motherfuckers. But they are, right now, they have a sort of behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but like a not informal, podcast. And the last 3 weeks they've been talking about sort of their spiritual journey. And it's been very, very interesting. Because I had speculated, you could see at the beginning of their, efforts were, clean, like meticulously clean, right? So you could tell that they were in the neighborhood of sort of religiosity, right? And so they have, and so now they're just finally just explaining it, like, yeah, we were evolution deniers. We were sort of literal Genesis believers, and Rhett was talking this last week about his experience of losing his faith, and then apparently Link will be doing it again this week, and I find it very, very interesting. Rhett tells his story, and there's a lot of people will talk about, so-and-so did such a negative thing, and I lost my faith. But when you listen to people talk about it, it's like, no, I thought there were answers. I opened a door that I thought there were answers behind, and it was the exit, and I fucking walked out. I didn't know it. It's just like, oh shit, I can't believe this anymore. And so, I mean, he is a really nice guy. He's a really good guy. He's been able to hold on to his, a lot of his positive morality or whatever that he thought he derived from religion. He's been able to hold on to it afterwards, so that he's got no religion, as it were. And, listening to him explain his journey is quite enjoyable. No True Scotsman is here. Welcome, No True Scotsman, and everyone also who has joined us. I love your channel, Roman. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are in the middle of our winter slump because of the snow is very prohibitive of all of these things, and also I've got to do help out with a bunch of real life shit, so I don't just get to sit here and chat. Also, the show's not as good without Joe, so yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of my time, I think, combing through the old radio shows with Joe and highlighting the maybe if I said something that was funny or interesting, I will clip those out. Wouldn't that be fun? See how it is. Maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, what do you think about that? There's a little show, little catch me up, talk about some things that are going on. So yeah, check out the Rhett Link show there to listen to how Link explains his transition from wherever he was, which I'm not trying to say for him, to wherever he is now, which it will be exciting to listen to. Also, at the very beginning of the last one, where Rhett is about to talk to us, they're talking about how nervous they are about it, coming out of the closet, as it were, and explaining their faith. Because it's very interesting how momentous it feels, and how sort of Link tries not to say risky, but kind of not a good idea, right? To talk about religion, spirituality, and faith. And so I'm very excited next time we do have a tour in LA to hit them up and interview them and send them the Chris Shelton interview to show that I'm not a crazy person. The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster of Latter-day Pirates is here. Mormonism is fucked up. Yes. Very fucked up. I was talking to a cousin this week, and I was a bit aggressive when I started the conversation, and so they were very defensive the whole time, which was, definitely my fault. People are defensive when they're being attacked, and so, yeah. But anyway, because we were talking about that money, the Ensign Peak money, is that right? And he linked he linked a Wall Street Journal article, I think, and it's very, very interesting. They go into details, and I find it just to be exactly the point. Is his very first thing was to quote the way that this conversation started was he posted a quote of the current prophet in Mormonism, who is a real gruff-looking dude. He looks very sort of hook-nosed, like beak-faced. He looks like a Skeksis. And so he was talking about Venezuela and how hard it is for the fucking members there, and how the power of prayer is so powerful. And I was like, oh yeah, the fucking 124 billion would help too. That's a nice way to help the people of Venezuela. And that's not a nice thing to say, that what I said, but it did start a conversation, I think, and about it. And the conversation is yeah, man, how much is enough? If we as a fucking Mormon community are determined to tithe, which is fine. There's no problem with that. That's a thing people can do. Put away 10% of it and give it to sort of the spiritual leaders. Sure, whatever. But, like, what's the purpose of it? What are we supposed to do with it? And they call it, like, a rainy day fund. And, like, then they go on to say that it wasn't used in 2008 during the recession, you know? And it's like, what are you talking about, rainy day fund? Like, it's raining in Venezuela, guys. Let's use it to fucking help people instead of sit on it like we're ashamed of it, right? If we were throwing around $100 billion worth of weight, fucking Venezuela would have to listen a little bit, right? Like, that's a large number of dollars. There are not many corporations that, pardon me, that have that many dollars. Like, I think literally the Mormon Church can buy the NFL and stop them from playing on Sunday. That might be a good thing to do with money. It might not. I think feeding people is a better thing. But, you know, we might vote on it and that might be what we're doing. But what we're doing right now with it is sitting on it like we're ashamed of it and like we don't know what to do with it because they don't. Because no God's telling them what to do with it. Morgan Lamb is here. Hello, Morgan Lamb. Do you believe in God? It really depends on what you mean by God. Do I believe that the Big Bang is not an explanation and just asks more questions of like what decided for there to be a Big Bang? Sure, yeah, no problem. There might be something out there that sort of created all of creation, not to be too circular, but sure. And if it is, I don't think it's got any problem being called a flying spaghetti monster, just to make sure that I'm not conflating my idea of God with any sort of preconceived ancient blood gods that are trying to merely control the minds of humans because they're afraid of dying. So, you know, I hope that answers your question. Let me know if it doesn't. No True Scotsman. When you believe in bacon, but ask if everyone believes in God. Haha. Mormon Church versus Scientologist. Yeah, they're both very bad. We got that a little bit earlier. Sienna asked that. It's the first question today, actually. But yeah, they're both very potent, and they're both abusive. But I think none of them just sort of match or aspire to the amounts of abuse that the Catholic Church is capable of. And if we think of the Muslim Church as a church, those are just huge nightmares. The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster of Latter-day Pirates continues. Mormon leadership claims the 100 billion is for the second coming of Jesus, so you can run the church in the millennium. Yeah, I'm not really positive. I don't follow that as far as why on earth they don't find it ridiculous to think that the American monetary system is going to avail them literally after the apocalypse. I don't understand why they think that the value of American currency is going to survive the apocalypse. Like, what on earth? Also, they don't need to do jobs anymore. Like, we're just going to be giving 100% of our full time. That's trillions and trillions of dollars worth of man hours. Like, we'll have the workforce then. No one's going to go to their normal jobs anymore. So, you know, those are pretty weak arguments, and a pretty strong argument is people are starving now. And we as a people can say, no one will starve in 2021. And Mormons, we can sign Mormon to that. You're welcome, Mormon Church. 2021, check on us. Took all of our money, and when it builds up to an obscene number, we'll do it again. And we have no idea when that's going to be, but we were just sitting on a shit ton of money that was doing nothing good at all. And in fact, can be argued, was doing severe evil. But I don't want to go into that. I just want to say, you and I can imagine better uses for that 100 billion. And I think what I'm talking about is 40 billion. Because even with a rainy day fund, even with fucking assets tied up in like whatever, I'm talking about $40 billion of fucking stocks and bonds, and fuck you. Why the fuck are you playing that game? And why the fuck are you playing it with fucking sacred money, I thought, right? This is money to, this is what charity is, isn't it? And it looks a lot like Wall Street. Like, how the fuck does Wall Street, charity look so much like Wall Street? It's obscene. No True Scotsman continues, I enjoyed being a card-carrying Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster member, especially when people laugh at me, but then get mad if I laugh at their religious beliefs. Yeah, it's for the bit that we are definitely doing from the very beginning, which is satirizing true believing people around us. They sure don't get it. You know, like, there was a guy I was talking to on a person I was talking to on Twitter, you know, talking, however much talking that is, and they were all like, oh my gosh, I said something like, okay, well, you go on believing the fucking myths that you believe, and throwing your life away for a god that's not even real, and they were like, oh, the irony, and it's like, what do you mean, oh, the irony? Like, literally, my very first fucking move here is, okay, so I'm a Pastafarian, so I'm going to be using sarcasm and irony to fucking explain some things that you're not quite grasping. And then he's like, so proud of himself for being like, I can see irony, I recognize it when I see it. And it's like, yeah, you don't, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I called your fucking line, and then you were like, oh, me, that's what I would say. And I'm like, I know, dude. So, you know, it's weird when they're so proud of not getting what you're saying to their face. Which is, no, you believe myth, but you believe it's not. And that makes you a fucking moron. And they're like, no, you're the moron. And like, oh, God. Oh well. What are we going to do? No such thing as conversation when it comes to religious beliefs. Your God is unbelievable, I say. And they're like, oh, like the flying spaghetti monster is so easy to believe. And I was like, literally, that's what we were trying to illustrate when we called it that. Like, literally, that was our point. The thing that you just said to us was what was our words. You said our fucking words. So we fucking programmed your brain. Sorry about that. And we did it for free. So you're welcome. Usually, you've got to pay for fucking propaganda. Like, they still run ads on fucking Fox News, right? You still have to fucking pay with other propaganda for the privilege of watching nationalist propaganda. What a fucking nightmare that is, eh? Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, anyway. Jesus, I hope there's nothing else to talk about, because I'm going to go and live the rest of my life. Maybe I'm going to walk to the store and get some Big K soda pop, because that's totally possible now. Except I don't have the dollar it's going to take. Pirates are real, damn it, says No True Scotsman. Aye, we are. We are real. We just like to stay closeted because of this very anti-piracy nightmare that we're living right now. It's so frightening. Like, there's just so many places where you hear, like, piracy, the worst thing in the world, piracy. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, you know, there's murder, you know, and rape. And there's no, you know, they're not... Pirates don't always murder, and it's only the fake pirates that were propagandized. The fucking anti-pasties are trying to get you to believe in. Fucking piracy and murder are very, very far apart. We are real, but we should stay closeted, I think. If you don't want to go out and tell everyone, I'm a Pastafarian, this is what you're doing wrong, you're letting me down, fix your shit. If you're not, if you're like, I just gotta make it work. Yeah, man, we all do, man. What a fucking nightmare. Just gotta fucking figure it out. Make it work with imperfect shit, and then you die, right? So, oh well. Anyway, Pastafarians, thanks for coming by. Hilarious. I'm going to post maybe clips. I'm gonna have Joe have a look at them. I found some... I found the intro music to tack onto it, so that's good. More of the Chris Shelton interview to come. Keep your eyes out for that. And maybe I'll be doing like a live stream where I play games with with my friend Coral and our kids and play games. But I think I'm going to put them on like a private, like after we stream it, I'll just put it on a private playlist, so that when you come and look at the channel, it's just all Pastafarian shit. But, you know, I'm just thinking about it. Maybe we'll stream to Twitch. Maybe fuck YouTube, and I won't even stream it here. But I'll have to, like, switch so much of my settings, you know. Like, I don't like to switch many settings. It's a pain in my arse. So, anyway, Pastafarians, thank you very much again for wasting your time with me. And we will be back at this again soon. Bye, bye, bye.
In the end of time, there was a man who knew the road, and the writing was written on the stone. In the ancient time, an artist led the way, but no one seemed to understand. In his heart he knew the artist must be true, but the legend of the rent was way past due. Well, you think you'll be just fine without me, but you're